You know, sometimes there's nothing more like taking a grunt mobile suit, customizing it to your liking, and then taking it out on the battlefield to kick some serious ass. I'm 101R Smith, and today we will be looking at the 1100 Graze Custom. The Graze is the main flagship grunt suit of Gjallarhorn in Season 1 of Iron-Blooded Orphans, appearing as early as Episode 1 to come to Mars to attack Tekkadan, then known as CGS Third Group, to assassinate Kudia Einar Bernstein. This particular Graze was owned by Lieutenant Crank Zent, who was killed by Mikazuki and a Barbatos in Episode 3. Tekkadan takes the grunt suit with them in their escort mission throughout Season 1, and customize it with more armor until they get to Guxian, which Akihiro is the original pilot of the Graze Custom, or Graze Kai, depending on your language, and then Shino adopts the Graze, customizes it to his own liking into the Ryusei Go. To me, the Graze is probably the best grunt suit since the Leo in Gundam Wing. I know all Gundam fans probably have some special place for the Zaku, whether it's the Shark Custom or any other type of custom that they can be out there. But best thing since the Leo. I was so happy to see it. It looks so interesting. I like the frame. It's very unique, though it does give off a little 00 vibes. But I can't wait to open this up and build it. Let's do it together. Let's open the box. Opening up the box and the plastics, and this is what we get. We get these two axe pieces, which will make the axe the melee weapon of the Graze. Polycap sheet, armor, and some of the parts to make the feet of the ground Graze. More armor. Some of the armor of the traditional standard Graze. Now we're starting getting into the frame parts of the Graze. More frame parts. More armor. Then we get armor, but then in this one we get the sword from the Graze Ritter, so that's a pretty nice add-on piece to it. And then we start to get the armor of the Graze Kai, or Graze Custom. And then to round it out, we get a very small sticker sheet. Now we open up to the manual. Character description on Akihiro. And more about the Graze. And just like most of the IBO kits, you build the frame. And then you built the armor around it, and then it comes with extra sheets at the end to tell you how to do this and that, on how to make it more customized. The sword, the cannon. So yeah. Apparently you can turn this into Graze Kai, a normal Graze, a ground Graze, and if you have the shoulder parts for the 6th form Barbatos and some paint, you can turn that into the Ritter Graze. So you get a lot of customization parts with this, which should make this pretty fun. So with that, let's see it put together. Some building and some panel lining later, and now we have 1/100th Graze Custom. Alright, let's see some articulation. Seeing as this is a IBO kit, you're going to have, it's a little different. It can't go side to side like the Gundam frames, but it has this nice up and down. It actually has some working pistons too. So. Then with the shoulders, there's actually two joints. There's one in the in section, and because the arms are only held by polycaps, you can go actually pretty far inside. But be careful, do it too much and the arms will pop off, so just be mindful. The head can go down, up, around, and then with any graze it can open up. Doesn't do it that well, but you're supposed to be able to open up and see the sensor in the eye, but it doesn't work as well as I thought it would. Front skirts don't really move, they're actually pretty stationary. The side skirts can move pretty well. Back skirt doesn't move, but the little vernier in the back can go up and down. And then arms can actually go pretty out there. Well, we lost the arm, so it can go pretty out there. And then the shoulder pad is on a hinge, and you get a single bend out of the arm. So you might be a little disappointed, but I think the rest of the arm makes up for itself. And then the knee, a nice double jointed bend. And the feet have a nice back and forth, up and down, and there you go. So starting off, you have the basic Graze weaponry here with both the machine gun and the axe. The axe can go onto either side of the skirt armor, and you can also hold the machine gun with one arm or two arms. So this is the basic Graze setup, but you might be thinking to yourself, you know, this is kind of boring. I want to see some more action. I need something more heavy. Well, how about this? How about an added rocket launcher to your arsenal? It comes with an entirely new shoulder piece that the shoulder can slide in from the old piece. It can be held on both sides if you add the new shoulder piece on either side. However, I will note that there is more weight issues now that you have the rocket launcher. The ball joint of the arm is a lot looser than it was with the original shoulder piece, so the arm can fall off more easily. But you can do it both sides if you want to. But now you're thinking, okay, I got the guns, but what if I want to go melee and I want to go medieval on somebody's ass? Well, this kit has you covered too. Well, check this out. If you have the shoulder parts from the 6th form Barbatos, you can turn this into the Ritter Graze. The kit itself gives you the sword and the feet to make the ground graze, as well as a brand new backpack that can house the sword. However, like I said, the shoulders are exclusive to the 6th form Barbatos, so this does not come in kit, but if you have the shoulders and want to keep it white, or if you want to paint it up, you can turn this into the Ritter Graze. And finally, you get almost all of the parts to make the original Graze. You already get the feet, but they also give you the original shoulder pads. However, they don't give you the chest piece and half of the head of the original Graze. In the kit, they give you 2 pieces of the head of the original Graze, both the standard and the commander type Graze, but they don't give you the jaw piece to make it in the head. Almost there, but not quite. They really want you to buy that original Graze, so, but you're almost there with it. After looking at everything that the Graze Custom has to offer, I really think this is a pretty good kit. For $35, you're getting a lot of bang with your buck. You can essentially make almost 3 kits out of one. You get parts for Graze Custom, normal Graze, and then even the Ritter Graze if you have the 6th form Barbatos. So I think overall, you should go get this kit. It's cheap. You get a lot of customization options. You can even spice it up a bit more if you have different types of Graze, say as the Swall Bay Graze, as I mentioned before, the 6th grade Barbatos. And if you can get that piece from the original Graze, you can make an original Graze out of this. Overall, this is a good kit. I say go get it. It's worth it. It's cheap. You'll be happy with it. This is 101R Smith, and I will see you later. Peace!